There are times when life places you in situations where you're forced to think far ahead, not because you want to control outcomes, but because you understand how much your decisions actually matter. You've seen how quickly things can fall apart. You've watched good people suffer simply because someone acted without considering the full picture. So now, before you speak, you pause. Before you act, you think. You want to get it right, not only for yourself, but because something bigger is at stake. Still, the question stays with you. How do you plan with that much clarity without turning cold? How do you look that far ahead without becoming consumed by the need to control how everything ends? That's when we remember Krishna. On the battlefield of Kurukshetra, where empires were collapsing and dharma itself hung by a thread, Krishna stood at the center. Calm. Unshaken. It wasn't because he didn't care. He cared deeply. But he had already seen how it would end. He knew who would fall. He knew what the cost would be. And still, he stepped forward, not as a warrior, but as a guide. He didn't lift a weapon. He didn't sit on a throne. He simply held the reins of Arjuna's chariot and quietly shaped the course of history. Not by fighting harder, but by seeing further. That's the kind of clarity many of us long for. The kind that doesn't come from hoping things will go smoothly, but from recognizing what is worth protecting and why. Krishna's strategy didn't come from ambition. It came from dharma. From that quiet understanding that when you don't take a stand at the right moment, the consequences ripple out far beyond you. So he planned. Not just for the next step, but all the way to the end. He saw how Duryodhan's pride would lead to his downfall. He understood how Karna's loyalty, as noble as it was, would tie him to the wrong side. He even recognized that Yudhishthir's goodness, if not balanced by wisdom, could become a weakness. And yet, with all that insight, Krishna didn't take away anyone's choice. That's the hardest part, isn't it? Sometimes you see what's coming. You feel how someone close to you is heading toward a mistake. Everything in you wants to step in, to fix it, to save them. But dharma doesn't always mean taking control. Sometimes, it means guiding without holding on too tightly. Offering truth without forcing direction. That's what Krishna did. He didn't command Arjuna. He didn't shout or threaten or make demands. He simply reminded him of who he was. When Arjuna dropped his bow in despair, overwhelmed by the weight of it all, Krishna didn't say, "Win the war." He didn't say, "Destroy your enemies." He said, "Do your duty. Stay grounded. Let go of attachment to success or failure." Because that's what real strategy looks like. To act with full clarity. To care deeply. But to hold the outcome with an open hand. Most of us do the opposite. We give everything to the result. We chase approval. We try to control how others respond. We measure ourselves by what happens instead of how we showed up. And when things fall apart, we blame ourselves for not holding on tighter. But Krishna shows us a different way. He reminds us that real vision means seeing where the path leads, not so you can control it, but so you can remain steady as you walk through it. He knew the Pandavas would win. But he also knew what it would cost. The destruction. The grief. The silence that would follow when the dust finally settled. Still, He walked each step with care. Not from distance, but with a kind of compassion that was clear, focused, and deeply rooted. Even when he guided Bhishma's fall, even when he gently shaped Yudhishthir's words during moments of crisis, he never acted from pride. Every step he took served something greater than himself. That's why his detachment didn't feel like disconnection. It felt like wisdom. And we forget that, sometimes. We think detachment means not caring, that it means becoming distant or numb. But real detachment is the opposite. It's what happens when you care so much, you refuse to let your ego get in the way. It's when you plan carefully. You speak with intention. You act with your whole heart, and then, you release what isn't yours to control. In your own life, the battlefield might look different. It might be a conversation you've been dreading. A decision that could change everything. A hope you've carried for years, now on the edge of slipping away. You want to protect it. You want to plan well. And that's valid. But Krishna would gently ask, can you give it your full effort, without clinging to how it turns out? Can you act with complete honesty, and still let go of the result? That's the dharma of real strategy. Not to win at any cost, but to move with clarity, with balance, and with trust. It's not easy. It takes more strength to stay steady in the middle of a storm than it does to fight your way through it. It takes more courage to walk forward without needing to control what's waiting at the end. But this is where peace begins. Not from getting everything perfect, but from knowing you've acted with awareness and left the rest in hands larger than your own. So if you're standing in a moment that feels heavy, where the next step matters more than anything, maybe this is your Kurukshetra. And maybe this is your chance to remember what Krishna lived. Clarity is power. Detachment is strength. And dharma is not about winning. It's about walking your path with open eyes and a steady heart. Because when you do that, when your steps are guided by truth, not by fear, even the most uncertain outcome cannot shake you. You become like Krishna, calm in the middle of chaos, focused in the middle of fire. Not because you knew exactly how it would end, but because you finally stopped needing to. You gave it everything. You let go. And now, you walk in peace,